Hello there, and welcome to the JuPodRe podcast in association with Rated R Esports.
Where who the hell knows where this conversation is going to take us?
Well, let's find out. Hello everyone, and welcome to this JuPodRe Season 2, Episode 24, the last episode of Season number 2. I am Juhadre.
I'm Alvatross 17.
I am Blien.
I'm K-Lionheart.
Yes, so K-Lionheart is with us. We had a vote on 4 of our friends, and we brought Lionheart on.
It's going to be a lot of... You did the thing. You did the thing.
I did the thing already.
We're so excited to have K-Lionheart on with us, but before we get going on our main topic, let's go ahead and say this episode is brought to you not only by Rated R, but by their wonderful sponsor, Virtual Performance.
Yes, actually, Virtual Performance empowers gamers through fitness, because, as gamers, we still need to stay fit so that we can continue to do what we love for a long time. What it is you can go online. They've got a new website. The Training VP on Twitter. What was their website again?
TrainingVP.com.
TrainingVP.com. Again, there's no gym. You can contact an actual trainer and do it in your own home.
Yeah, nobody has to see you out in your workout clothes before you look good in them.
I don't even want to see myself in workout clothes. But yes, the Training VP. Highly recommend it. I'm not a gym goer, but this motivates me to just exercise in my house. I'm good.
Yeah, and it's important in our other life too. Working out will help you think better. It'll help you feel better, and it'll improve your performance, endurance, and mobility. So please,
I agree.
Look them up.
That's thetrainingvp.com and on Twitter @thetrainingvp.
Alrighty, guys. Well, then, why don't we go ahead and move on here?
Okay. So my aunt, we're going to call her Rondoid right now, is on her way over because she went and bought a U-Haul so she can have my old mattress, which is a new mattress that I'm getting. So I'm gonna put another sponsor on here that doesn't sponsor us, another company, Lisa Mattress. Amazing. So I bought a hybrid mattress, just a little bit too firm for me, needed more softness, so I bought their next one up, and I was going to return the old one. I only had it for 30 days. They said, we actually don't take returns, but we're going to refund you, and we would like you to donate this mattress to a family you need. I've asked like 5 different families, but all of them have said, we're good. So I said, look, what do you want me to do? Companies aren't taking it. They're not taking it. I don't want to steal it. And they said, we'll give you more time. My aunt wanted it. So I said, hey, you know what? Here you go. And again, I got a refund. So I got a new mattress. They donate their mattresses. That was beautiful. LisaMattress.com.
Who do they donate it to?
So they can donate to like the Salvation Army, a local church, Habitat for Humanity. Right now, because of COVID-19, they're just like, hey, just donate it to somebody in your neighborhood, your family, just somebody that's in need, and then let us know. So like, I have to take a picture of my aunt being like, mattress.
Very nice.
So, Lionheart, have you heard any episodes of JuPodRe in the past?
I'm going to be 100% honest and say that I haven't.
You son of a gun.
I love
That's
you guys.
right.
I love you guys. I do. For one, I don't think it's like, I think it's come up in, you guys have mentioned it and that you guys have done it, but I've never like outright received any links or anything to listen to it. Not that it's like for lack of trying. I think I have asked for it in the past and you're like, yeah, we'll get it to you. So.
All right.
What I'm trying to say, it's not my fault. It's your fault.
I accept. So
welcome to the relationship we have with Miss K-Lionheart. Always throwing the blame on us.
And I accept that.
Yeah.
So, to give a bit of background of our relationship, I am the lead guitarist for our band. Juhadre is our drummer. Blien is our bassist, and Miss K-Lionheart is our vocalist.
Yay!
And she is amazing, by the way.
Really good. She's really good.
I use my voice for feelings, and that's about as far as it gets, really.
You know what? It works.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Oh no, you cut out right there. What was that?
Oh, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that it works.
So
yeah.
typically what we do is we just kind of talk about something that has come up during the week. And then when we have a guest on, we surprise them with what that topic is. So
Oh yeah, she has no idea.
you have won the lottery, basically.
Okay, you won the lottery. Okay? So this is my idea this week because it was just an interesting thought. So let me pull this up. Okay, so Miss K-Lionheart, I've even made my own. If you had just won the lottery, let's say the lottery is 22 million last I saw, which was like a couple of days ago, which means in Utah, because Juhadre looked up some tax laws that really made me upset, you would take home from that about 16.7 million because of taxes.
Still 16.7 million.
So so you won the
That's
lottery.
16.7 million I don't normally have already, so I'd still be like really freaking stoked for it.
So what would you do? But what would you do? You just won. I mean, I made an entire plan, and Juhadre's gonna love it.
Yeah, so before we get going, I did the calculations today. I went on Powerball's website this morning. It is at 20, and the take-home is about 15.2. I don't know.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's what we're dealing with here, is if you got $15 million. And also, you can choose to get that as a lump sum of 15, or over the next 30 years get what's called an annuity for $666,667.
A year?
Yeah, a year for the next 30 years.
Oh, I didn't know that you could do that. That would be smart because then I wouldn't go blow it.
Yeah. What I would say is like I would probably take the annuity,
Okay.
or alternatively I could put. Well, like I've thought about this before in the past. Like what would I do in these specific circumstances where I become like a proprietor of a lot of
circumstances?
I said circumstances. This guy's always thinking with his dick. It's not my fault. It's true. You just proved it to everyone, so here we are.
Here we are.
He does that every week, by the way.
Whatever.
We all know that.
You know what? I gotta
Anyway.
go. I gotta go.
No, you're staying on. You brought me here. You better stick around for the ride.
So
like
what
I
did
was
you
saying,
decide?
with that, like I mentioned, like I have put into thought about it. Like definitely I have personal business endeavors that I would very much like to invest in, especially for myself. And I've had, thoughts about wanting to create my own animation studio, or at least like a webcomic studio or something to that degree where I can utilize my art to it. But definitely I would use like a portion of that into investing, a portion of that probably into some form of probably putting in a trust fund or kind of putting into an IRA, something like that can continue to build interest over, smart things, so that I can, because I want to build on that.
You just won the lottery. You just got it to your annuity lump sum to your bank account. What is the first thing you're gonna do with it? Literally the first penny, the first amount you're gonna spend. What?
I'm probably gonna go to like a really, really nice restaurant.
Okay.
A really, really nice restaurant, and like crazy good levels of good. Like I would probably fly myself out somewhere super nice, probably Japan, because why not Japan, and go to Osaka, where I really would like to go because they have some really great food options there. I would go there, really nice restaurant, and just order to my heart's content, and not have to worry about the price, because I feel like that is one of the like, I mean, as a celebratory action there, I would
take $100 bill and you're like,
do that. Pretty much, like just clean myself, like, and just be like, oh waiter, I'm sorry, look, I dropped $1,000. There you go, sir. Enjoy.
Yeah.
It's a nice tip.
$1,000 tip.
I actually had the same conversation with my wife. What if I won it? So I'm going to go off what I saw last on the 22 million, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
So after taxes, it was about 16.7. Obviously, the first thing I'm going to do is I would honestly pay my tithing.
Yay, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even start. But I'm going to throw up as I pay that.
Goes without saying.
No, come on.
But, like,
that is
sure.
$1.67 million in tithing. I would throw up.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I could use that. But okay, but anyway. So, going off,
I was about to laugh too. I'm glad Lionheart did it first.
Every time, like every 6 months, I get like a raise at my work, and every time, like my tithing amount goes up, because it's 10%, and I'm just like, I could use that. but I still just click the submit button.
But when you got almost
Baby.
17 million in your account
got
from that,
17 million.
one
I
is
don't
nothing.
care.
$1 million. That's the least. Like, that's not even a problem. That's like that's the equivalent of donating to a charity, donating to a cause. I would
know.
do that anyway. So like,
Yo.
you're over here going, I would throw up, and I'm over here going like, yeah, right, that's no problem. I got another 17 million to go, no problem.
Whatever. But okay,
Moving
moving on.
That's what that
Moving
proves.
on. Okay, so obviously, tithing's paid, and obviously I'm going to pay off all my debt. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm literally going to pull Moose's butt to the damn bank, and I'm paying off all his freaking debt.
Oh,
So
you're
he
paying
can
off Moose's debt.
Stop working at McDonald's.
Ew.
And
I
so
forgot that he works at McDonald's. That's sad.
no,
Sorry,
he's the orientation manager, so they actually treat him decent. But I'm paying off everything, and I'm buying him
Not
a
any
good
better.
car. I'm buying him a damn good car.
Hmm.
So let's say, and I'm putting money in savings. So by the time I'm done with that, I'm gonna have 14.7 billion. Next, I'm going-
million.
oh my bad. I'm sorry, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's a big
Banking error in my favor.
of 3 zeros.
Pass go, collect $200. Anyway, I mean, the next thing I would honestly do is after doing that is I'm flying myself out to Vegas for a pampered weekend. One week,
okay.
my toes aren't going to touch themselves. They're going to, so the moment I get to my hotel, I'm going to be so pampered. They're just separated. Next, okay.
The fact that like to your picture of relaxation is your toes being spread out.
No. I mean, like, I'm gonna have
Brings
some of
a
my
lot of like
I'm
follow
going to help you out with that. It won't cost you anything.
I'm gonna go find that massage therapist with the tiny needle-like fingers.
Oh,
Be great.
gosh.
Okay.
needle-like fingers. That you're getting to some kind of eldritch horror story now. I don't know
Hey,
what is happening with this.
don't damn my dream,
fantasy of
okay?
yours now.
Hey. Okay, next is the plan that Juhadre has actually talked to me about. Okay, so he's gonna love this. If I had that much, let's say I've still got about a little over $14 million. I'm gonna take, and I did the math, about 4 million of it, and I'm gonna buy a cul-de-sac, and I'm gonna build about 10 houses on it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to each of my friends. So I'm gonna go me, so Alvatross and Artanis. I got Juhadre and Landell, Mr. and Mrs. Admin, Mr. and Mrs. Cobalt, DMAC, Mrs. DMAC, Crash, Soaring Crane, Blien, Moose, and then a singles person house. And I'm gonna build.
I'm not even in that group. Thanks
You're
for
in the
that.
singles person house.
You're in the singles group.
Clearly.
You're in the singles group.
I'm in the singles. Whatever, man.
Singles
What
group.
if I want my own house? What about that, huh?
You have your own money. Remember, you just won the lottery too.
Oh, so we're saying everybody's winning the lottery here? Then why would
Hell
they put that
no.
in-
Me.
No, we're individual scenarios.
Well, hey,
Then
I
again, you're in
only
a
named
different
9.
scenario. I'm not even in there.
I
What
only
is
named
this?
9 houses.
I'm
I only
disappointed.
named 9. I had 10. Okay, 10. K-Lionheart. Okay, K-Lionheart's house. Anyway, but I would pull all my friends aside and go to like one of those people that builds houses, and I'd say, look, I'm going to pay for $400,000 of your house. That's it.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah, and then we'll have the cul-de-sac. But I'm going to be honest. Certain people, singles house and D-Mac's house are on the ends. We go as we keyhole in. I love D-Mac, but his kids can be they get a little wild, so they're going to be on the end to scare everybody else that's going to try and hop the fence.
Nice.
Like, release the baby. from Crudes.
So I've actually had a lot of thoughts on this.
I've been thinking about it too ever since you said something. If I won the lottery, boom.
So I talked with Cobalt about it, and I actually brought it up to Landell earlier today. And building full-on houses kind of pigeonholes people to a single location, and forces them maybe longer commutes for their work, and puts everyone so much closer without really giving the decision to
put it on
be or
wheels.
go.
We'll put the house on wheels.
So what the compromise became was, instead of full houses, doing like little cabins. So like it has 1 or 2 bedrooms, a sitting room, bathroom, something that they can visit, kind of like a hotel room for a weekend, and having those around instead of full-on houses. That way no one's forced into the same neighborhood and commutes and
why
life
not
decisions.
build like a hotel-style cabin for ourselves?
Yeah. That's just what I would do after thinking about it a little bit more. That makes a little bit more sense. That way people can have
I'm
their
spending
home.
$4 million on a statue of a cow that you can't shoot.
That just makes me sad. So I interrupted I interrupted your dream here, Alvatross.
Is
We
your-
keep going.
No, but that was it. I was thinking just like if you imagine your neighborhood, like all those lots, but then like we just did that, all of our houses right there,
Mm-hmm.
easy, and then and then secret tunnels,
Tunnels underneath.
secret tunnels.
Yeah.
Like how big are you thinking these houses would be?
Well,
You have
$400,000
I'm giving you
houses.
$400,000, so you tell me.
so
Let the man
Lionheart,
speak, Albatross.
look. If you take my home for example, it's valued under 400,000.
Okay.
So
So
we're
undervalued for that. Okay.
yeah. So about what my house would be each one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Depending
what I'd
on
like
location.
to do
If-
with
if
that,
we all-
like I would personally like give people. I mean, because if you're gonna be building the houses, I would like probably be like, okay, within $400,000, like with that for everybody, how would you design your home? for this
Oh yeah, I'm
particular
not
situation?
saying
Like,
you need to
you know,
need to have a $400,000
like
house.
definitely. Yeah, but like to me, like that's something I'd always wanted to do is like if I were to have my own house, I'd build it based on like a lot of Japanese architecture, which I personally really love.
So
Like
you
I
could
would
do
kind
that.
of focus on that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
being able to do that, I think would be it would be super nice. Like, your
Because
own
I
little
would
personal
pull
haven.
everybody aside. I'd be like, "Hey, K-Lionheart, let's go talk to this house builder. I'm going to give you $400,000 to start. You want to go up? That's on you. You want to go under? You still have $400,000.
That's
Build
true.
what you want. Go get like a fridge box and just paint it gold.
Awkward.
Or you could get something that's like a house that's not a fridge box, but that's a nice thought. Thanks.
A microwave box.
So then, Blien,
Microwave.
what about you? What's your first thing that you're gonna do winning the lottery?
You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Buy another motorcycle.
So, Juhadre has this dream house that he's been imagining,
That I do.
and he's explained a lot of this to me. And I would build it.
He would build
let it-
my house.
Yes,
Yes!
your house. And I'd let it sit empty.
Yes. Oh, you're such a dick.
And we'll
Why?
put the cow in the front yard.
You guys are freaking trolls.
Yes, I like it.
Everybody here is saying like, yeah, I think I'd invest. Yeah, I'd make houses. Yeah, I'd offer houses to my friends. This guy out here, I'd build your dream house and watch you rot while it sits there, and no one can touch it. What active vengeance? What has he done to you to make you consider this as an
Just
option?
even install cameras and a camera in every room. Camera and in every room, so he just has access to the cameras too, so you can see it.
I have to just click through it every day, but that's what I wanted.
I could put my TV against this wall. Yes, go Blien.
Just
So
Just
that's what I would originally do. To be honest, it would probably only sit there for a couple months before I'd actually use it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
But
good
I didn't
ideas.
think for as long as I could handle that it was just sitting there
Give
empty.
him like the
Would
key.
you
Give him like
use
the
it?
key on
What?
his phone, like Christmas.
That's what I want.
Here's the key for Christmas.
And then I'd spend the rest. I would invest. I would buy or build my own house that I want,
Yeah.
and I would do something fun like build a shop with metalworking tools and woodworking tools in my backyard. Because
That's not a bad idea.
I wouldn't need to make a lot of money because I'm investing a lot of it, but I enjoy working with my hands, and so I'd want to have all those cool tools that I can't afford right now. So,
Yeah.
Like what? Name one.
CNC mill and lathe. I have one at work, but I'm only allowed to do stuff for work on them. So I'd love
So
to.
you can't necessarily play with it. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
That would be a lot of fun to have a shop like that.
yeah.
I
Just
just
think
like
about
be really happy with being able to build a shop. Like I've thought of things. I have friends who like we've discussed like what would we do, like what in like things would we want to do, and like to me being able to have like a tea shop with like a bathhouse or something, because like I've always like ever since I watched Spirited Away. If nobody's seen that, like you should by now. I mean it's a children's classic.
It's creepy.
But ever since, oh well, it's amazing. First of all, okay.
Okay.
I mean you're right, but also it's also amazing.
You know, can I point
It's
something out here? Like K-Lionheart's talking about girly stuff, but like
Girly stuff. Excuse you, man.
you're
That
talking
freaking
about a
tea house-
bathhouse and tea.
Yeah, tea houses and stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't realize hygiene and having
We're
a relaxed life
American!
was so feminine. Look at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna rest on a bed of nails, that's on you, my dude. But I want to be
Nope.
able to
I've got
my life.
a fluffy cloud.
But yeah, like that's what I would love to be able to have that, because I mean, I love tea. I love being able to create an opportunity for relaxation for other people. You know, like having, you know, like a massage parlor and things like that built into the like into the, and like being able to help people, because there's a lot of, especially in this world, whenever there's like, one of the basic foundations of business is building your business based on needs that you can solve, that you can provide answers to. And there's a huge emotional need to relax. There's a huge emotional need from everybody nowadays to be able to let go of a lot of emotional issues, dogmas, stigmas, traumas that continue to plague people day to day. So being able to provide an opportunity of like releasing all that in an emotional, like healthy way, that's something that I think everybody needs. So I'd be more than happy to create a means to provide that as a service. That would be crazy affordable for people who just, you know, would love to get away and have an opportunity to experience that before jumping straight into it. But I
You know,
wouldn't let people, you know, run out into the world without knowing how to take care of themselves. You know, it'd be classes, it would be emotional release coaching, it would be just a series of things that would help people build upon themselves rather than like become just devastated by the wiles of the world. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
that would be what I want to do.
No, I get you. All right, and Juhadre, what about you?
So I had
Before we
the
get to the next question.
I did the math on it like you said. So after the tithing and after paying, I would buy my house, like this one, the one I'm in now. I would pay that off.
Yeah, you pay off all your debt.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything
And my
you owe.
debt. So those two things down, I'm still at $11 million. And then yeah, that, like it's a big number. So I decided, you know what? Let's go all out, and let's drop $3 million on just my own house and property with those little cabins. Okay, of the full three. And then
Okay.
I went on Dodge's website and I custom built the truck I would like. And
Wait. Let me guess. 67.5.
No,
No.
higher.
98.
Not that much. No, it was $80,000 truck.
Okay. I just remember last time you did it was around 67.
Yeah, so that's because I was being, you know, kind of reserved and understanding that that's a really expensive truck. But when I've got $11 million to play with, I threw a whole bunch of things in there. Yeah, and even on top of that, I overestimated. I dropped an extra 5 or 6 onto that number just to make sure that, like, I want custom things. I want to make sure it has air conditioned seats, because I will not own a vehicle that doesn't have air conditioned seats ever again. It's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
So the truck, and then I also priced out a Dodge Charger. Uh-oh, we lost Lionheart video. Unlucky. A Charger, because Landell and I have always wanted a Dodge Charger, and that one came out to about $60,000. So you combine those two plus the $3 million for the house and everything, and we're still at $8 million. So I kept going, and I, you know, $3,500 laptop, rebuild a desktop for $6K, so that puts us about 10, plus a motorcycle for 30, and we're still not. That's still 8,007,000.
Doing mine, I'm still at 9 million.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
wow. So I mean,
crazy.
so I would at that point start investing. So now here comes the difficult question about you winning the lottery. I think this is the most difficult question that comes to this. Okay, what are you going to do when people start asking you for money? That's going to happen.
So who is people? I think we need to define that, because my answers differ.
Family.
So here's what I would do. I have had family members ask me for small amounts because they've been in trouble, and I've given that. Pardon me, but what I would do in this case instead is, I think I would do kind of a debt thing where, you know, for example, my younger brother has 2 boys, and what if I paid off their vehicles? Or what if I gave them a college fund? Something like that. Or my sister, who has 3 little girls, they're building a home. What if I paid that off, and then it just alleviating a little bit of their stress as opposed to just giving money? Does that make sense?
I like that, because then you're saying, well, look, next month you're not going to have this $200 payment.
Exactly. And I feel like
that's a better response than what I was going to have, because I thought of, like, what if my little brother asked me for money? I'm like, I'm going to wipe my ass with this $100 bill.
And that's why I wanted to specify who people are, because there are some people to whom I would say, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, I got to be honest. There's a lot of people that I would honestly just say, you put yourself in that mess, and I'm not giving you money. There's other people like certain friends. Like, let me be honest, you 3 right here. If you guys, Moose is already getting paid for. He's
right.
out.
Yeah, we already know that from the beginning.
They're like, I already paid off your car. I already bought your car. You're not in debt. But I mean, like, I would give some people money if they needed it. Actually, I probably would just give some of my friends. If I had that much money, I'm probably paying off all my friends' debt.
Oh, okay.
If they're responsible, like behind, like on a one-on-one situation, it's like, hey, like Moose, I'd be like, dude, we all see how hard he works, how much he struggles, and how much they take advantage of him. I would honestly give him a blessing like that. Like, dude, here you go.
Yeah.
But like some of my other friends that like put themselves in the positions they're in, I'm like, dude, I can't, dude,
yeah.
I can't support your destructive behavior. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Lionheart, I feel like you got something to say there. Usually you got a comment.
I have many comments. I'm never without a comment.
Oh, but like our friend group is good. I mean, remember that time I gave Juhadre that $20, and you're like, oh, what, $20, and he just handed it to you?
That was the most, like, who does that? Like,
I don't even remember that.
We do, because we're such good friends.
Yeah. And it's like, to me, and the thing is, like, I've always been in a group of friends where I think the concept of money and handling money it's a very, how do I put this? It's a sensitive thing.
It's very sensitive.
It is for most people.
Well, the reason why is because, for one, if you have a lot of money or if you don't have enough, it's always going to cause an immense emotional response. Okay? I mean, just the concept of us discussing this is proof of that. It's proof that if we were to come into a lot of money, first off, there would be a euphoric reaction, and then there would be consequences based on that. Yeah, we can talk all day till the cows come home about what it would mean to pay the taxes for it and what it would mean for everything. But it does come with its own burden. And so, there's a lot of people who, unfortunately, and I think that's one of the main issues here with the way the economy is, in a way, there's not enough financial education being taught for people to not get into these stupid decisions.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
And that's one of the main things, is the fact we have friends out there. I know I have friends out there. I know that I've made erroneous decisions with money, and I didn't fully understand how that could be a tool, a vehicle for my own success, rather than it just being this thing that to a lot of people it's like, money makes me happy, money makes me miserable. Like, it's a lot to carry there. So in my personal situation, if somebody would have come to me like, hey, I need money, I'd become like Shark Tank, bro. I'd be like, okay, what would you be willing to do for this money? Because I'm not gonna hand it out willy-nilly. I mean, of course, understanding, like, if I am prompted in that moment by the spirits to be like, okay, like, this person clearly needs something, how much should I give in that point? Like, but alternatively, what I would be able to do would be like, okay, I would put conditions on that. Right. I'd be like, okay, I'd give you this money, but this is what I expect you to start doing. I need you to start reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I want you to start reading stuff by Dean Graziosi. I want you to start focusing on stuff like, how are you going to better yourself financially so that you do not make this time next year, you have doubled, tripled, quadrupled the amount that I've given you and made a fortune off of it. Like, that would be my interest there. Because if I've come under this much money, number one, definitely going to want to invest in myself as far as my education. And I'm not talking like getting out there and getting, I'm not talking about like going off and getting a college degree. I'm talking about going to the people who have made millions of dollars from scratch and be able to talk to them, get mentored by them, being taught by them how to not only utilize that money to its full potential, but continue to multiply it as the years come. I want people who come to me asking for that money for me to return with an opportunity instead. Like here,
you want to
you
help
know,
them invest in themselves, is what you're saying.
yeah, I want people to understand that
Good idea.
everyone can make that much money. Everyone can do it. Just few people are able to because they XYZ levels of reasons for that. Everybody has excuses and reasons as to why they're not successful. And there could be a lot of external factors, there could be a lot of internal factors. But one of the main things that people can do to overcome that is by changing what's inside. Change how you view the world, change how you view yourself, change how you view money. That's going to be the ultimate thing. So that's what I would do. I would turn that into an opportunity to be a philanthropist, but in a correct way. So I'm not just handing out money, but making sure that people, if they come to me for it, be like, okay, what's your idea? How are you going to execute it? How are you going to learn how to execute it? And then I'll consider giving this to you as a grant or a loan, whatever.
Okay, so that brings up the question. You won the lottery. I want a taco.
Okay, got here's a taco.
I want.
Yes, you are Scott.
12 tacos.
Here's 12 tacos. You want a taco truck? Here's a taco truck.
Awesome.
So
okay, Blien,
this brings up
You want
the question.
12? I'm gonna teach you how to make your own freaking tacos.
No,
So
I don't want to make tacos. I want tacos.
Have you met Juhadre?
Does it include a microwave?
Yes.
Okay, then
Juhadre's
I'm
got
sold.
Juhadre's in. Okay,
Okay.
last person. Then we're gonna move on.
So this brings up the question: do you guys know what percentage of people who win the lottery end up bankrupt later in their lives?
I
Huge
know it's a
percent.
large percent.
9%. It's a lot of them.
A lot. I'm gonna be honest. I would rely on my friends to help me to like not be that snob that loses it.
Mhm.
I just Googled it. According to nefe.org, it's a newsroom, press room, it's 70%. 70.
That's lower than
I was
I
gonna
thought.
say 75, but yeah, that's a big number.
Well, I actually thought it was gonna be more like 90%. Like,
Yeah, I thought so
man.
too.
This guy just bought like a $500 brick of cheese.
Yeah.
Dude, Kay, don't knock it until you watch me do exactly that. I would pay $500 for a great brick of cheese.
It's only $500.
Yeah.
You have like $14 million.
That's what I'm saying. I would totally drop that kind of
I know.
Because at that point, that $500 is the equivalent of $5.50.
I mean, that's how it's happened now. I've got a good job and like money changes. But
It
all right,
does.
moving on. So thank you, everybody. It is on to our next segment. What the F?
Yay!
K-Lionheart, do you know what the F segment is?
It's what the F it is. I don't know, man. You tell
You're
me.
pretty close. You're close. Okay, so every week, we during the week, through our interactions, come up with one story that we share, and then we post it on Twitter. By we, I mean I post it. We post it up on Twitter for everybody to vote. So they listen to the podcast, they get a pick. Now it's a what the F moment. So like dude, what the F? Hey, what the F? So now it has, since last week's episode was recorded Friday afternoon, it has to have been taking place like whatever your story is after.
Yeah. Between the ending of recording Friday to the start of this call, that's our what the F window.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
And
so
before you announce our last week results, Alvatross, what the F is brought to you this week by Sosic Clothing, a wonderful affiliate of ours. I love my Sosic shirt, my Sosic hat. I'm not wearing either of them because of reasons that we'll probably get into in a little bit, but they're super comfortable. They look really nice. They're a wonderful company. And if you go to sosicclothing.co and use code JuPodRe at checkout, you will save 15% off that order.
yes, remember that is code JuPodRe, JuPodre. Save 15%. Thank you. Sosicclothing.co.
Yeah,
Get yourself some new threads,
I
bruh.
love
Yes. So, okay, so last week we had three nominations. Ugh. And it looks right here. We had Crosswalk,
it. Mm-hmm.
Bloopers, and Karen Works for Costco. So, K-Lionheart, out of all those, just from the
The names.
The names.
Because we know you didn't listen last week.
Yeah. Who do you think won?
That at my fault. Dude, I gotta say, Karen works at Costco.
Okay. That was not the winner, unfortunately. So, Juhadre. Everybody give a round of applause for Juhadre.
Yeah.
Crosswalk. Apparently that beat it. Okay, awesome. Okay, so moving on. When we normally have a guest, we let them go first. Do you have a story, or would you like somebody else to go first?
Do I have a story? I have many stories, but let me think about which story would be a fun story to share.
So
You guys start.
Let's put another stipulation on it because we try and avoid politics. We try and avoid big news things, and we also try and avoid traffic. Just because then we could sit here and talk all day.
Notice we say try.
Yeah. If it's completely ridiculous, then yeah.
Like the one time that... dang it! The one time Blien almost got hit.
Was it just me today? Take that, Juhadre.
I'll get the bleeps in there.
Okay,
but,
well...
like, there was one where Blien almost got hit doing a right turn on his motorcycle.
By a coworker.
That's a traffic story that works.
Okay, so moving forward. Miss Lionheart, would you like to go first, or would you like somebody else to go first?
Somebody else go first, because I have a few, and I'm still kind of contemplating which one to share. Blien, you go first.
Okay. So I was working this week, and everyone started cleaning up. I'm just like, I haven't even gone to lunch yet. Why is everybody cleaning up and getting ready to go home? Turns out it was Friday, and we got off at 11:30. And I thought it was Thursday, and I'm here like, what the F are you guys doing? And then it turned around and be like, what the F am I doing?
Oh my gosh. Oh man. What do you want to call that one?
Is it that time already?
EGHU, EGH me.
F me. I like that a lot. Oh, Blien. Holy crap.
That is very amusing. I don't think that would be... Like, for me, that's something that happens on the regular. Especially since I work from home. And we usually, for my job, we have a Slack channel where we often, like, discuss things. And sometimes it's just, like, because the channel's very active all the time, there are, like, moments where I'm, like, if, like, there's nothing being said on all of the channels from work, I'm just kind of like, is everyone here?
Yeah.
Hello? And, like,
That's funny.
Like, it's just this weird...
Juhadre and I are the opposite. We're like, it's quiet. Nobody say anything.
Yeah, that way we don't spark an accident. Yeah.
All right. So Miss Lionheart, K-Lionheart, would you like to go next, or do you want to pick somebody else?
Juhadre, you go next.
I don't know that I have a story this week.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I do, but I also don't want to take yours.
It's not mine.
Oh, okay. Well, someone that works in the building where I work came to work with COVID.
Now, to clarify, he didn't know he had
Well,
COVID.
Obviously, but anyway, it got me sent home early yesterday, and as people who watch the YouTube video notice, and probably listening notice a difference in sound, I am in a completely different room because I moved my entire setup, plus accessories, plus whatever, into this other room in my house that is directly across the hallway from a bathroom so that I can be self-quarantined while they figure out what to do about this whole thing because, no mask, no social distancing, and I was involved with this person twice over the last week.
Now, let's be honest here. You enjoyed moving everything up to that room.
I think enjoyed is the wrong word. I enjoyed setting it all up, but people who listen to the show, and you three especially, know I'm a very lazy person. And
yes.
So let me count off what all I had to bring. So this is the what the F is. Why did I need all of this to be what I considered comfortable? I brought my giant desktop computer. I brought 3 monitors, the camera, my peripherals, 6 notebooks, my laptop. I brought a TV, a Blu-ray player, 3 or 4 books, the whole series of Grimm, and what?
Coconut oil?
Huh?
Coconut oil?
No. Good joke, but no. But basically, way too many things. And I had to run a cable through my house, through my living room, so that I can have internet up here.
May I add to it?
Yes, you may.
So I helped this same guy install one server. And so I was the first person to get sent home because he named me directly first. And then when we found out who it was, then that's when Juhadre got sent home. But I met him. I saw him on Monday, and I was around him for like less than 2 minutes. It was just pick up server, install. But literally, I called that COVID hotline after they told me to go home, and it's a long story on them sending me home because I fought them tooth and nail on it because they kept giving me like wrong information. Like, oh yeah, it was this person. Like, I haven't seen that person in 4 months. Don't start. Anyway, but so they told me go self quarantine your own room. I was like, I wrestle with my kid every night. Like if I have it, he's got it.
Mm-hmm.
So like my entire family's just self quarantining now, so it just sucks. So
you be careful though.
I want to clarify that, like Alvatross said, there is almost no way to know if you have the Rona, and so I'm not angry with this person at my work. Did you just
call it the Rona or Corona?
I heard the Rona.
The Rona.
Oh, it's the Rona.
It's the Rona. And so my what the F is, why did I think I needed so many things to be comfortable during this? Like, it was such a production. It was such a big deal to make myself comfortable. And
I can answer that.
You can answer that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because as loving as a person as you are very materialistic.
That is 100% true. I am the worst.
I wouldn't say you're the worst. I'm super impatient.
All right, so here's what I want for the title. Are you ready?
Sharing is caring.
No, Quaronatine.
Coronatine?
Quarona.
Yeah, so it's like Quaronatine. It's like quarantine and corona mixed into one word.
I just wanted to spell it. You want it? Okay, K-Lionheart. Would you like to go
Don't you judge me, Lionheart. Don't you judge?
Okay,
I can see you laughing.
You're such a dad.
I know.
You are such a dad. Good God. Okay. Albatross, you go next. I'm still kind of debating.
Okay. I had to cover a shift last week. Now, this is not about work. It was Sunday. The roads are dead. I had to get gas before I went to work. So I went to the gas station, got my gas, pulled out. Nobody's there. Pulled up to the light just so I could turn left. I was turning left, and there's two cars still coming towards me. I get a green arrow. First guy had already got there, so he'd already turned. Second person, I had already started to make my turn because I had a green protected arrow. He cuts me off, almost hits me. I blast my horn at him, and I didn't do it for 30 seconds like I would normally do. So he rolls down his window, throws a finger at me, slows down, and starts cussing at me. So I roll my window down, and I said in this exact words, I had a green arrow, you asshole. Get the dildo out of your ass. and then he was mad. His face, just like instant, like the guy from Happy. Wait, what is it called? What am I thinking of? Like the red guy inside the brain, inside the kid.
Inside Out?
That's the one.
Inside Out. Yeah, just instant. Just, and so like he's got like his girlfriend or wife in the car. I don't know. She was like she-male, like
gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, was it a Ford truck?
Oh no.
The truck was a red truck up front, but it was a silver Nissan Altima that almost hit me because he didn't stop at his red light and cut me off. I had a green protected arrow. That means I have the right of way.
Yes.
Green protected arrow. Anyway, so after he blasts it off, he's got a Nissan Altima, CVT engine. They're not fast. So I sped up right next to the truck, and I went all the way to the highway where he wanted to get up next to me. He wanted to get up next to me so bad. I kept making this, because you can see through my back of my car. I kept going like this. Like every once in a while. I was pissing this guy off. I'm just like, So I get on the, so I'm close enough to the highway. I floor it, go in front of the truck. The guy in the truck knows what happened. And I think he was laughing the whole time.
He should have been.
He looked entertained. So I floored it, got in front of him, went on to the on-ramp. The guy's still on my butt, trying to keep up with me as I'm still going faster than him. I got off my exit before he could even see me. like get next to me because I did not want to give him the satisfaction after me giving him all those signals. And so I was just like, screw you, man.
Nice.
So.
How did you feel after that?
Oh, I felt great.
Oh, that feeling is.
I got to work and I was just like, yeah.
So I asked you what kind of vehicle because I forgot this was going to be my story. We went to the grocery store, Landell and I, and before we were, within 8 feet of the crosswalk, someone stopped and tried to wave us forward. But you know what? If it's your turn, it's your turn. And so I very widely swept with my face, really expectant. And he went, and then as we were crossing the street, he stopped and opened his door and yelled back, "I was just trying to be polite." And I ignored him. Landell waved at him, and he was like, "F you!" And yeah.
That makes no sense why they do that. I mean, that almost reminds me of the guy on the bike that looked like he was ready to go that you said.
Yes.
That was waiting for his family.
Yes, I did tell that story
I
too.
remember the weirdest stuff.
So that I asked because I was really hoping it was the same person because that would just be
it was like
way
a
too
red.
good.
It was like a red, like a maroon red Ford. I want to say 250 or 350.
No, this one was pewter gray. Yeah, the guy was driving a pewter gray Ford. I think 150.
You guys
What
are so
shall I
impressive.
call
I'm just
that?
be like, it was a car. They had wheels on it, pretty sure.
What should I call that?
I
I kind of want to be like antagonizing the protagonist.
kind of want to say antagonizing the birdie because he flipped you off.
Antagonize the bird. I like it. I can get behind that.
Birdie.
Okay, and go. Your turn.
All right.
K-Lionheart.
Gather around, children, for this is a story to be shared. There is a follow-up to this story, which actually led to today because I've had multiple kind of what the if moments throughout this week, and I think it's kind of added up, especially for today. But I feel like today it ended in a slightly positive note, still kind of soured near the end, but let's go ahead and begin. So. Just for a premise, my work requires me to work from home currently during the whole COVID situation, has me working from home, and it's basically a call center job. I am a sales agent. I help old people with their Medicare, and I help them get enrolled into better plans. That's my job. It's to see whether or not
We call them elderly.
yeah, they're old. Okay, they know what they're old. We all know they're old. So these ancient beings in which I must assist to be able to make sure they're not getting screwed over by the government.
Beings. Wow. Go ahead. Fine. Continue.
They have much wisdom that we must on occasion listen to, and it usually ends in a high positive note for me every day. I usually do really well with my job. I'm pretty successful at sales, but this past week has been difficult because we've been using Amazon Workspaces. And in a particular program called I probably shouldn't name it just for
Don't. If it's proprietary, just
yeah, I'll just leave it as is. Basically, we use these programs, and for these programs, they kept throughout the week. Actually, for the past 2 weeks, they have been giving us consistent technical issues to the point where a lot of people, not just me, but a huge percentage of our company has just kind of been gnawing at the bit for being able to do our job without it being this constant problem of, oh, we're having connectivity issues, oh, the freaking program crashed, oh, this so it's been all of this. So this past couple of weeks has been this huge what the F moment where it's come on, I know we cranked this crap on speed to be able to get to where we are as a company to work from home the way we have been, but oh my gosh, let's go, Anyway, so throughout this past week, it kind of improved a little bit there. I still had moments where my technology, my applications, and I'm a fairly tech savvy person. I know the ins and outs of troubleshooting. So I was kind of the inadvertent co-captain of my team, kind of going, okay, troubleshoot this, clear cache and cookies, make sure you're doing this, restart your computer, remove the power, do this, check your internet speeds, go do freaking speedtest.net, all this crap. And people are like, oh, okay. Oh, we'll listen to you because you know things.
Ha! She said her name!
Oh no! I
No,
said my name! Anyway.
It just means I need to bleep another one.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
We call you out for that, but go ahead and continue.
I was like, okay. And basically, they're just Okay, K-Lionheart, sorry, we'll listen to you. So I'm like, all right, cool. Um, so that's been what kind of has been leading up to, and for the past few days, it's kind of been in and out. I've been having better days. One day I had 5 sales, another I had like 2, and today wasn't super hot. So I'm kind of still reeling from a lot of like negative energy, and I've just been kind of like, oh, if only I had like a way of being able to kind of let it out in a way. But at the same time, I don't know. Until this morning, so I had a bit of an issue with my internet, and it was just kind of like, again, I'm gonna start late. They're gonna have to put another ticket. It's just gonna be an entire rodeo that I was just not willing to deal with today. So luckily I have a pretty good manager. He's really chill. And we finally get started. We finally get me on the phones. And I get this call.
Oh, this was all build up?
So this is it. This is your
this is the moment. We're
Wow.
finally
Okay.
right.
Okay.
I get
I'm
the
excited.
call. The call comes.
It's Karen.
And I do my introduction. I do. Thank you so much for contacting the licensed sales department. My name is blah blah blah. I am here to
Please tell me you said blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna start calling you that now. Hey, blah, blah, blah.
For the purpose of this podcast, I am censoring my own name.
I like it.
Basically, I am blah 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 blah. And my
Alright.
job is to do one of 2 things for you, to see how we can help you increase your benefits or lower your costs. In which of these ways would you like me to help you today? Obviously, with not nearly as much personality, I just kind of did it as is. And I hear this woman just go, "You guys are a bunch of scammers."
Oh no.
And I'm just like, "I'm sorry?" She's like, "Do you know who you are? I see your ad on my television screen every day this week, and you guys are trying to scam people like me out of their money." And I just kind of I'm staring at my computer screen because this hasn't happened to me in a long time. But as she's just saying this, there's this just kind of weird moment of joy because I'm like, oh boy, you got in touch with the wrong person today.
Oh no.
And so this woman just like is like, "You should know, a shame on you try to scam people." And I'm just like, "Okay, ma'am, I'm sorry." And I just kind of just try to de-escalate. That's my training. I do to my best to de-escalate. Like, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry that you feel like that you're being scammed. In what way have we scammed you?" She's like, "Well, you guys don't answer my questions." And I'm like, "Okay, I just answered a few, but what questions do you have?" And she's just like, "No, I know what you're trying to do, and I'm happy with my insurance, and I just wanted to make sure you know who you are." And I'm just kind of like, "All right, ma'am, so who are we? Please tell me by all means." At that point, the sass is on.
Mm-hmm.
The thrusters are go. Wit and anger has been engaged.
Wait. Did you do the nose thing?
The nose thing? What nose thing?
Really? Are you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Thank you, Juhadre. Thank you. Yeah. Did you do your nose thing? Yeah.
I didn't even think of doing that, but I wish I did. I would have just gotten like my nose right up to my mic and just, "All right, ma'am. Let's
To give a background,
help you out a little bit."
K-Lionheart will do that when she's sassing me and wants to say something crude, but won't when we're at jam out. She'll go up the microphone and just.
Oh, we couldn't hear it when you did it just then.
Oh, maybe just.
But I'll try to
There it is.
I'll try to see if I can I just.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, awesome. So what are you gonna call
Sassy
this?
lady.
Wait, hold on. The story's not over.
Okay.
So she's just going on and on. She's like, "Well, you don't answer my question." And I'm like, "Okay, what questions do you have? I'd be more than happy to educate you on this because clearly you have no knowledge of what we actually do." I said that. And she was just like, "Well, first of all, like, how are you even promising people this money that you guys are supposedly saying?" Because we have this ad that goes on basically. The concept of is people can potentially save up or not have to pay their Part B premiums. For anybody who knows Medicare, you understand. If you don't worry about it.
I get that.
But you have to by law, everybody has to pay no matter what. And people, there are some plans that offer that as a benefit that they can pay up to that much, which is cool. And that's what I do. And I'm like able to see whether or not they qualify for it. I'm like, my job is to see whether or not you qualify for it. And ma'am, it's not a scam at all. In fact, we work primarily with Medicare. So if you had bothered to do your worth of research in salt, we might have been able to get further in this conversation to doing what we need to do to help you. But since you clearly are so happy and well educated with what we do, then I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I hung up the phone
You did
on her. And as soon as I did, my brother, like, he works with me in the same room. I hear him like freaking jumping behind me going, yeah, freaking tell her. And that was like, that I would want to title Educating the Karen.
What? Why do we hate Karen so much? Albatross and Lionheart just... Oh, poor Karen.
So, Karen
But it
has
was nice.
Karen has become the name associated with the beast of the customer service.
Yeah,
well, I'm
I
mainly
understand.
saying that for our viewers. If they don't understand that, it's just, it's awesome.
But people
I
with
love
the
it.
who are actually named Karen, we don't hate you. I promise.
Speak for yourself.
All right. I don't hate anyone actually
I'm
named Karen.
Just kidding. If
I think it's
My
just
buddy's
unfortunate
mom
at
is
this
listening to
point.
this. I love
Yeah.
you, Karen.
Karen, if you are actually named Karen and you don't actually exhibit any Karen-like properties, you're fine. This doesn't apply to you.
change your
It's all
name to
of you out
Stacy.
here.
Stacy's mom's got it going on.
Literally got it going on.
Gosh.
But for real,
But-
like, it's just this entitled behavior, and you're just
Yeah.
like, dude, lady, I just work here. Let me do my job. Freaking crap's sake. Like, there's a level of, there's only so much I can handle that, like,
It's a call
without.
center. That's just how all call centers are. I've done my fair share. But
Yeah,
moving
thank you,
on.
Lieutenant. Yep.
Okay, we have 4 nominations this week for What the F. We have F you, F me, Blien.
That's pretty
We
good.
have Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Oh,
Coronatine. Coronatine.
Yeah, Quarantine. Okay. We
I
have
can hear people going, oh.
Antagonize the Bird
Mm-hmm.
and Educating the Karen.
I love it.
Let's,
So
let's, I'd like to add an addendum to it, like educating the ancient Karen.
I think that's
Probably
acceptable.
too long, but
Yeah, it,
We'll
it
try and
might
get
be
in
too
there.
long.
If I can get it, I only have 25 characters, so if I, you know what, fine. You know what, bring that right now. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Well, you're too long.
Too long. All right, no worries.
Okay, Educating the Karen. Okay, well, that'll be it for What the F. Again, F you, F me, Quarantine, Antagonize the Bird, and Educating the Karen.
So
So-
that poll will go up later today. Don't forget to vote. That'll be at JuPodRe. Submit your vote. Send it on underneath the YouTube video. Send any of us a direct message or an email at JuPodRepod@outlook.com.
Yes. And on to announcements.
Announcements.
Hold on, wait. Hey, do you have any announcements?
Do I have any announcements?
All right, Juhadre, go with the announcements.
First announcement, I am still managing the League of Legends team for Rated R Esports. We played our first week in the Risen Divine League last week, and in our best of 3 match, we went 2-0.
2-0.
Hooray! Next
yeah.
game will be this coming Monday. That's going to be the 15th of June. So catch that at twitch.tv/ratedr esports at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be another best of 3. It's going to be great. These guys are excellent. I love working with the team.
This
Next,
is all brought to you by Hostess.
nice. Not really, but nice.
No, it's going to be Dr. Pepper. It's going to happen. Yes.
Yeah, I would love to have Dr. Pepper as a sponsor. That would be amazing. I would.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know that I could actually speak and be an advocate for the
I
product.
will. Me. Speak. Me. Me.
I volunteer.
Put your hands down. Put your hands down.
So then, I think
Okay.
our next
I
announcement
will
is
drink one every time on the podcast. By the way, I won't
already
have a
do.
problem with this.
I can't remember if we announced this last week. He's going for a Dr. Pepper. So while he's doing that, I don't remember if we announced it last week, but this is the last episode of season 2 of JuPodRe.
The ultimate, the final, the man,
There he
the
is.
myth,
I was like, I tried so fast to throw it down my arm.
drinking that pepper. From the man.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
Juhadre, you were saying this is the last episode of season 2 of JuPodRe, episode 24.
So
go ahead.
Season 3 is coming, but we are going to do the unconventional break. We're going to take a 2-week break, and that means our first episode of season 3 will be released on the 3rd of July 2020. That will be the first episode of season 3.
We have some really big changes coming up. We've Juhadre, Blien, and myself have all. My voice just like cracked. What the crap? We've all went and reviewed season 1 and season 2, and we've made a lot of notes on what we've done. We've talked to a few people that know what they're talking about, and a few people that don't. Say they have something, but nothing to back themselves up. We love comments, but we also love intelligent comments too. You got to have some reason to back yourself up. Well, you can't say, "Well, you need to work on stuff." Okay, what do I need to work on? Well,
you should know.
Yeah, exactly. With that. But anyway, we've got a lot of stuff, and so when season 3 comes up, we've got some changes. We're going to add some stuff, take some stuff, and we're excited to have season 3. And now, again, if anybody has any comments, questions, thoughts, opinions, let us know. Comment us. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, email. We'll announce those all here in a bit, but we would love to hear it.
And I think what I want to do is I want to still release something, just not an actual episode of JuPodRe. So like I want to do my own Corona team little.
He's gonna record himself in his room going crazy.
Not going crazy, just daily updates, kind of like a video diary. I'll put a couple of those on there. Blien and Alvatross and I had a lot of fun a week or so ago trying to work on some musical transition, and so I'm gonna put clips of that up because I won't have work to go and do, so I can edit all of that. And so I hope to have something every week, just not a full episode of JuPodRe. So watch for those. We will
Day
send
3
out tweets.
Chafing is getting worse.
Oh my gosh! It's because there's no coconut oil, right? Is that what you were gonna say?
I gotta go.
No, so Lionheart, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of JuPodRe. Why don't we're gonna go ahead and end the show with all of our social medias, and we're gonna do yours first, along with all of ours. Albatross, take us out.
So you can contact us at JuPodRe on Twitter. We've got the JuPodRe at JuPodRe. We got at Juhadre, at Alvatross17, at Blien with 3 N's. And you can also contact Team Rated R at teamrated_R. You can also email us, JuPodRepod at Outlook, right? JuPodRepod at Outlook.com. Find us on Twitter, Instagram. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Pandora. We did get that. Don't forget the I just mind blank. Virtual Performance, So Sick Clothing, Rated R, and K-Lionheart. Do you got social media?
Yes, I do. If you guys want to follow me, I like to throw a few things here. I'm not super into like social media, but I'm working on it. If you want to follow me for fun things and fun questions and things that I like to throw out at my followers, you can follow me at capital KP _ capital L Lionheart. That's my main. If you want to follow me for art, you can at me at Twitter, same, capital K Lionheart Art. My Instagram, if you guys want to look at the stuff that I've been working on so far, K_Lionheart_art. And then I do have a webtoon I am working on right now. I am a comic artist. You can find that at K-Lionheart, or you can also look up School Service on Webtoon. I've been working on this baby for the past couple years. Chapter 4 is coming out sometime soon. If you haven't read it, go ahead and give it a read. Tell me what you think. I think it's a pretty successful story. I actually really like it. Super quick spot in there. It's basically about a hacker who is still going to high school and stuff, and she tries to hack into the school's website, manages to totally trash it because she's trying to find her brother, but she gets caught because unfortunately she leaves her passwords out in the open. And because of that, she gets assigned into the service club, which is basically like a detention thing, but it's super fun. A lot of fun jokes here and there. So if you guys want to go read that, please do.
Awesome. Right. Well, I'm Albatross17.
I am Juhadre.
I am Blien.
I am K-Lionheart.
Have a good weekend.
Y'all take care, y'all. Yeah.